Right then, welcome back to FM23. We're going to start off with the Solihull Moors. As you can see, Solihull Moors have today confirmed the appointment of Jelly Snake Rebel as the club's new manager. Eyebrows have been raised in the world of football, as per an inexperienced 35-year-old is sure to have questions to face when he faces the media for the first time at Damson Park. I'm not going to be fighting any questions because I don't do media stuff. Coming in then, apparently this is our best team to start with. We've got a hot prospect with Max Martin. Who is this? Not this guy. Where did our hot prospect go? I don't know. There he is. Have a look at this guy. 17. That's our hot prospect. Not too bad. Suppose we can say. This is our preferred vision. Sign players under 22, usually that's 23, but here we are. With this save, we are starting a little bit higher than the normal national Northern save because I wanted to play with a team that was close to me rather than playing with Telford or Kidderminster. Obviously, I dropped off last year. So I'm going to try and do 1 or 2 episodes a week this time around and see how that goes because obviously I'm doing it for myself. I'm trying to do other things as well. Anyway, lastly, do tell me if you'd like to know any of the following. So no, and no, and everyone. Thanks to the hot seat. As you can see, I've put my hair all the way up there. Obviously, my hair's not really quite like that, but here we are. People in the last year of contract. Right, I'm going to sort all this out. So I'll look at a quick tactic now. It's suggesting we play wing play, fluid counter, or park the bus. Is that even an option? I suppose we'll go with some wing play. Choose a formation. We'll go with a quick. It's black back 7, eh? Yeah, I suppose we'll go with a 4-3-3, and we'll go these two, slightly less direct, higher tempo, no time wasting, work ball into the box, taking with fairly wide dribble left, done, and slightly left off. And that's all good. Supporter profiler. So we've got some quite hardcore fans right here off the bat then. Moderate input from the supporters. Social media is obviously not a high standing. Season tickets not too great either. Yeah, we'll look at all of these. I'm happy with that. I'm not going to meet the press as we said. Facilities are down as adequate corporate, below average training. Great. The youth's facilities, so we'll try to use that, I guess. Youth facilities 2, good academy coaching and adequate youth recruitment, so we'll try to use those. We certainly will not be using those. Cancel that link straight off the bat because I'm a Villa supporter, so that's not going to happen. Squad, so that's current ability with potential ability, so we've got a lot of players with high potential. Ability wise, half the squad. So let's say this is our best guy here, Joe Sabara. Doesn't look too bad. What's our oldest player? 35. Holy moly. Okay, and we need wages. Bear with me a second. And so we've got wages. Our highest earner is this guy. Is obviously worth it. I'll come back to you after we've got some transfers done. There we go, we can see that the Birmingham City link has been terminated. As you can see, I've started a qualification for my National C. I've also sent our oldest player on for a National A, because apparently he's already ahead of me. Oh, there, just thought I'd show obviously the finances before we actually sign anyone per se. The green here, in the black as you might say. Age budget's obviously quite good. I have identified that we need... if I go back to the squad, we need a left back because we don't really have anything in the way of left back to back us up apart from some guy who's on loan, and he can't really play left back either. So there's that, and then we need to realistically look about getting a striker, because we've got 2 strikers and we need left winger and a right winger. In the background, I applied for having a 21s. So now we've got a 21 squad. I have applied for putting a manager in place, but I'm waiting for the advert to come through and see what people apply for that. First game against Aldershot away. I have added a few more stuff in the meantime. I've got 2 scouts in. I've literally only just had the second scout come in. Anyway, getting into it, the first game, we have got Aldershot. So, going by this then, mid to early 20s, and the rest of them are late 20s to mid 30s. So, hair in my mouth. Lovely jubbly. Alright, so I've got it on key highlights so I don't interrupt too much. Apologies about that. There's a bag under my desk and didn't realise. Alright then. So this is us. Goodga. Forward to Dallas. Dallas under control, tries to chip it in and doesn't quite get past the keeper of Aldershot. And the highlight ends. And the first half was over really quick and not really a lot happened. Let's go with that to try and get him perked up a bit. So, yeah, let's get James Clark on over there. In fact, actually, if I remember rightly, okay, well, that probably explains that. Okay, let's bring Alex Reid on there. Just we got no one as a winger on the left hand side. I'll tell you what. It's about, yeah. Bring these 2 in. Put you in there. Put you in there. Then instead of trying doing that, go for that. Don't want to get too wide. And confirm that and try and go with that instead. See how that works out for us. 4, 3, 3, narrow. I haven't set up any set pieces or nothing like that. Oh, I thought Aldershot scored. Apparently, it must have been offside or something. So back down to 0-0, I guess. Hopefully, our boys can set this on the chin. Get that going forward over the top to Reid. Oh, Reid just puts it just wide. Ooh. Let's have a look, see if we can throw anyone right on at the end of it. One can do that with. Doesn't look like it. I'll have to give this guy. Oh, can't make any more. Cancel that then, shall we? I didn't realise, my bad. Okay, well, 0-0. I'll take it. Not bad for now, I guess. I might actually use it as a setup. That looked like it was a lot better in the second half. So we've made our first signing. Just thought I'd bring you along for the ride. Brandon Averio. He is a Portuguese winger. So he's an 8-8 winger on the right, and on the left he can play inverted winger and inside forward. He's got the attributes where realistically are needed. It covers both sides, covers the middle, and he can cover a striker if we need to at a push. But he came in on trial. He's not our best winger, but at 20 years old and covering all those positions, it just made sense. And especially coming in at, I think he wanted £450 to £500 initially. So I've managed to get it down to 375 with a appearance fee of £250. I don't know why, but obviously, if you try and take the bonuses and the clauses off for whatever reason, then the remainder of the fees and everything else seems to go up exponentially. I noticed that when I was playing as my Villa team in the beta. Alright then, so welcome back. Brandon Averio. We brought in Max Hagoff, who I've had before, I believe, on like a non-league to legend sort of type of game. We are playing in 1.2 thousand, which is a heck of a lot. Top of that, we brought in a left back. It's not the greatest left back, but £130 a week he will do and he will cover. And on top of that, we've also brought in another left back on loan from Burnley, just again to cover the role from Coca. This is our second choice. First choice. Coca will be the second choice, and then, as you just saw, the Breakgate Prospectors, the third choice. In the meantime, I have forgot to come back for the Notts County. It was an incredible 4-4 affair, leading from 2 goals up with Notts County. Then we came back with Alex Reid to then get 77, 82 and 88 hat-trick Josh Kelly. At this point, this is where I found out he was my striker. So it was 4-2 up, and then obviously they scored in the 89th and 94th minutes. Wasn't too happy. We haven't lost, but we haven't really been winning till the last couple of games either. Bearing in mind, I think both of these, certainly this one, they were in the bottom 23rd. If I was to have a look, we've got, what's that? Altering Jump and Maidstone. So Maidstone are there, Altering Jump down there as well. So not great, especially this one was just about scraped by with a goal in the 79th minute, so it wasn't great, but here we are. I told them exactly the same thing. Not great, but we won in the end. So, Torquay are currently 5th in the table, and we are 7th, so I thought this would be a better match to come back to. So, heading into the match, we've got Kelly up front, as I said. I do like him as my striker now. Reid and Aviro out on the wings, respectively. Aviro was out on the left, but I found that he seems to be sitting better on the right. Reid likes to cut in from that left-hand side. I'm totally okay with that. In the middle, then, we've got Hagar for Zamzala to give us a bit of attacking support. Osborne there as play the maker because his passing is decent-ish, and that's not too bad for someone who's 30. Jones then sits back in a ball-winning midfielding role, and there we go, Armstrong from Burnley. So, heading in, auto number, go to the match. Once they were on a good run, but we haven't lost, so we'll just keep that going, I guess. And then we'll just shout some encouragement straight from the off. Alright, then obviously we're in the red. And there you go, straight off the bat, Josh Kelly. It might be offside, don't look like it's offside, but there we go, straight off the bat. I am happy with that. Josh Kelly showing me why I need to keep picking him. After the quick pick says we need to pick Andrew Dallas, and that is almost an instant reply, but not quite. That pushes us up to the 3rd in the table. They're gone with a flat back 7. Fantastic. Armstrong taking this through, then through to Reid, who miscontrols it, but gets it through to Hayworth, one of the two. Anyway, doesn't get where he wants, and now it's on the wing with Chad Clark. I want to say Chad Clark, don't say him right, but there we are. Osborne picks it up in the middle. Clark about to ping it in, is he? He certainly is, and Kelly gets on the end of it, and Kelly puts his 2nd in the net in 10 minutes, no less. I wonder if Josh Kelly's going to get his hat-trick again today. Torquay putting the ball into our half, as you do when you do the football. I've had a lot of trialists come in for that left back position, and I had a quick look at the keeper's position, but overall I thought it was alright. Our budget for wages at this point is is maxed out. I think it's actually in the red. We've used all our transfer budget, moving it over into wages. So we're going to have to get somebody off the wage budget before we do any more business. I'm looking at that 35-year-old guy and a couple of others, but we'll see. We'll see. Right, McNally then out to Armstrong. Armstrong running down that left-hand wing. He's going to ping it in, and it's going to go almost out. They've controlled it to bring it back in. We go back down the centre, and that's going to be way offside, even if it did manage to get picked up. Torquay has just danced through our guys there, but thankfully Malden is on the case. That brings us up to half time. 2-0 away from home. I will absolutely take that. We're ahead and we're doing brilliantly. Don't allow complacency to creep in. As you have seen, we seem to get a lot. We take the lead quite a bit. I don't think we've actually gone behind much, apart from that last Notts County game. But we seem to just give it away in the last 10-15 minutes. It always seems to be the way. So, hopefully, we can get back to our winning ways. Haig off there. He's looking a bit tired. I think we should be looking to swap him. Sabara's not looking great, but he's a great replacement for him in that central midfield position. So we've got absolutely no problems with that whatsoever. In fact, Sabara scored a screamer in, I don't know if it's the Notts County game or the one that was straight after that. Yeah, we'll replace McNally with Howe. As I said earlier, it's a 1-for-1 that I'd normally do anyway, and hopefully this just sees us out through the match. So yeah, see if we can get the ball back now. We can't. Oh, they're going to get one back. No, they're not. Malden plucks it out the air relatively easily. No problems at all. Brandon Aviro's not had a great game, but it doesn't matter. 1-2-0. Nice work, everyone. That was great work. And that takes us up, well, I think it was fourth at one point, but we'll accept that. Sorry, third at one point, but no, we'll accept fourth. And I think, there we go. Josh Kelly is fantastic, as confirmed. And who's it? Go to him. And I think that will do us for today.